Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, my name is Medha and today I will talk to you about what is birth and death. Once upon a time in the great epic Mahabharata, a ghost asked King Yudhishthira, "What is the greatest wonder in this world?" The wise king replied, "The greatest wonder in this world is that every day thousands and thousands of people are being sent to the abode of death. Yet the living live their lives as death will never happen to them." Adding on to that, Masterji told me about an incident from several years ago when one of his close college friends got an incurable cancer. The doctor said that that person would only live for 1 month, but with chemotherapy and radiation, that person could live for 2 months. They were suggested to read Srimad Bhagavatam or hear from it for the dying person, but they were so panicked and crazy about making that person live for 1 more month, they spent lakhs and lakhs on chemotherapy and radiation. But just as predicted, that person died in 2 months. Just like that, people are very strange and do not know the importance of preparing for the next life. There was once a butcher and 3 goats. The butcher had already killed 1 goat and was cutting and tearing the flesh. But what do you think the other 2 goats who were in line for being killed were doing? Do you think they were running for their lives? No, they were doing the complete opposite. Those 2 goats were fighting over a small piece of grass that the butcher kept to keep them there. Just like those ignorant goats, there are many ignorant people who do not know the importance of their next destination and only focus on their material desires. Birth and death is a fundamental topic in every religion, and no one can escape death. All those who are born in the material world must experience death. Even Lord Brahma cannot escape death. And our scriptures say many things about birth and death. Scriptures also say that we are not the bodies, but we are actually the soul. From Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 31, Verse 1, there is a sloka that explains more about this. Karmana daivanetrena janturdeho papataye striya pravista udaram pumsorita kanashaya. Under the supervision of the Supreme Lord and according to the result of his work, the living entity, the soul, is made to enter a womb to assume a particular type of body. Our Vedic scriptures also say we all belong to different worlds and there are different kinds of jivas. Those jivas who originated from Lord Balaram are serving in Goloka. There are also jivas who originated from Mula Sankarshana and Maha Sankarshana, and those jivas are worshipping in lokas like Vaikunta and Sakep. But those souls who came from Mahavishnu, who is floating between the spiritual and the material worlds, called Tadastha, are of 2 kinds. Those jivas who looked up towards the spiritual world are serving in those spiritual lokas. But those jivas who look towards the material world are stuck in the endless cycle of birth and death. A question you may put forward now is, what is birth? When we take birth, our soul gets 2 coverings, one on top of the other. we can compare this to a peanut M&M. So what comes first? The peanut, right? That peanut can be compared to our soul. The next is the chocolate layer. That chocolate layer represents our subtle body, which consists of our mind, intelligence, and false ego. The last layer is the colorful candy shell, which represents our gross body, which is just our flesh and organs. Our gross body is made up of 5 elements called Panchabhutas. These elements are ether, air, fire, water, and earth. During the time of birth, the elements enter your body in the order that I have mentioned. But during the time of death, these elements leave in the reverse order. For the dying person, the first element to leave is the earth element, and that earth element responds to smell. So that means your smell will be gone. The second element to leave is water, and that corresponds to blood and your heart. So that means your blood flow will stop, and your heart will stop pumping. The third element to leave is the fire element, which corresponds to eyesight and warmth. So that means your body will lose eyesight and you will lose the warmth of your body. The fourth element to leave is air. Air corresponds to your breathing. At that time, when the breathing stops, the person is declared clinically dead. But that's not true. You still have the ether element to go. So that ether element corresponds to your hearing. At death, whatever one remembers, one gets. Here is a sloka from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, verse 6. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajati ante kalevaram tam tam evati kaunteya sada tat bhava bhavita. Lord Krishna says, O son of Kunti, whatever one remembers at the time of death, they will attain it without fail. But at death, can we remember anything at all? Also, you have to think about the pain at the time of death. That pain is unbearable. It feels like 2,000 scorpions all stinging you at the same time. Even though all those body functions are shutting down, your body magically makes so much of morphine, which acts as a painkiller. So how many of you think that you can reach Krishna at that so much of pain? But if you used your life properly, Krishna remembers you, and he either will come personally or send his messenger to take you to Goloka. But if you have wasted your life and not used it in developing Krishna Bhakti, that means your life has become a complete waste. A human life is so hard to get. But maybe, with some chance, you again get a human life. And during that time, in the womb, you will say, O Lord, I will only worship you and remember you and not do anything else. But when you are born, you forget all that. You have 2 choices. You can either use your life properly in developing Krishna Bhakti and accepting a genuine guru, or you can waste your life in all these material things. So, in conclusion, the choice is yours. Thank you and Hare Krishna.